I've been using iPhone since iPhone 4, and over the past few years, iPhone's design has been getting worse and worse, to the extent that it's almost unusable. So what made Apple products great is because of its design. And Apple's design used to have three core traits that made Apple Apple. It's simple, beautiful, and powerful. It's a piece of art that works like magic. But now, it's becoming complex, ugly, and unusable, that I just can't stand this shit anymore. So here we'll talk about other stupid designs in iPhone and what caused it. Hint, it's what happened inside the Apple company. First, let's go through these stupid designs. We'll talk about the app library, the control center, the home screen, keyboard, photo app, wallpaper, action button, and camera button. Right, I need a breath before doing this. Otherwise, I'm gonna snap. So this is iOS 18 and it's the ultimate stupid Apple design. First, the app library. I mean, who really used this thing? I never used this thing. You already have a home screen that have all your apps. Why do you need another home screen with all your apps? Why? And the design of this thing is so fucking stupid that you can't even use it. It's unusable. First, you can't customize the groups. It's automatically categorized by Apple, because Apple has intelligence. Because we got Apple intelligence and it's way more intelligent than your brain. So just take whatever we got for you. So they just put your apps into some random groups and give it a name. And for all the other apps that they didn't know how to categorize, it's all called other. And it's a bunch of totally different apps all thrown in this other folder. And you can't customize this. If you want to drag an app and put it into customized folders, it only ends up on the home screen. Problem is, now you have two of the same app on your home screen. Isn't that genius? Also, the moment I open up this app library, I just feel stressed because the icons are just so confusing. You have to be really careful where to put your finger. If you tap on these little icons, you open up a folder. And if you tap on this big icon, you open up the app. So it's just so stressful to use this. This whole app library thing is just complex and unusable. It's stupid. That's what it is. Maybe you will say, just ignore it, all right? No, it's useless and it's ugly. It takes up your space, it slows down your phone, and it burns your battery. It shouldn't be existing. Next, let's talk about this control center. This is another stupid design of Apple. First, the same problem. It has all these big icons together with the small icons. It's ugly and it's confusing, stressful, all right? If you tap on here, the small icons, you open up more settings, all right? And if you tap on this big icon, it's just the big icon. It's stressful. Second, it has 3 pages. And if you swipe up, look, it's the music. But you can just tap here and it's the same page. It's same stuff, music. If you swipe up 2 times, it's the signal settings. But you can just tap once and the same stuff. So why do you create 2 more pages that you need 2 more swipes when you can just open up with 1 tap on the first page? Why? And when you're swiping up and down, you can easily end up swiping on the volume or the brightness. And when you swipe back, you can easily end up swiping on this volume instead of going back. That's how stupid this control center's design is. Again, it's complex, it's ugly, and it's unusable. Now, home screen. If you customize your home screen, now you have this tinted choice. It's just so ugly that I don't, it's so not Apple. It's mind-blowing. So tell me, why do you put this ugly choice into iOS? Now this beautiful iPhone is ruined by this ugly ass home screen. You know why the design team in Apple added this stupid choice? Because some people that's using Android had this choice. So they try to cater to everybody's needs. But here's the thing. A good product is never for everybody. If you try to make everybody like you, you only end up being liked by nobody. What Apple should be is like, I know what's beautiful. If you want something ugly as this, that means your taste is so low that you don't even deserve to be an Apple customer. If you don't love me, you don't deserve me. F you and go buy something ugly. Another stupid design of this home screen is that you can put your icon anywhere, like that. Why? Is that beautiful? Is that simple? Why do you create this function? Just because some people want this doesn't mean you need to add it into your iOS, right? It's chaotic, it's ugly, and it's unuseful. Let's change this icon back. Otherwise, I'm gonna have a nightmare. But if you think Apple is catering to everybody's needs, no, they actually aren't. At the same time, they have this stupid Apple pride that's my stupid design is staying stupid because you are too stupid to understand it. Entering keyboard. So first, this keyboard has no number, no symbols. So if you are typing and you want to put a number or a comma in it, you have to press this button, put in whatever you want to put in, and then press this ABC again, then you go back to typing. It's stupid like that. So if you say people typing with no comma, it's because it's using Apple keyboard, all right? Second, if you want to go back and edit something, you have to long press and carefully put your cursor somewhere. It's just very hard to use and stressful. Also, this keyboard is actually English and Espanol in one keyboard. Why? I bet some designer in Apple's design team was like, how about we combine these two languages into one keyboard? No one has done this before. This will be another groundbreaking innovation of Apple. You know why nobody did that? Because it's stupid. One tab and then you can change between your keyboards. Why do you put two keyboards into one? Now you are not using the full potential of either keyboard. For example, now it will suggest words from both languages. And that's just stupid. I need to smash something before I continue. The photo library of iOS is already perfect in iOS 15, but now they just have to change it, turn something already perfect into shit. That's what we are having here, introducing the all-new designed iOS 18 photo album, which is shit. First, it used to have 4 tabs that you can just tap on and everything is clearly listed out there, alright? But now it's put into this one whole long ass screen. This is not even Apple's basic design language. So now to find something, you need to first swipe vertically to find your tab, then swipe horizontally to find your stuff. A function that people use most frequently is the favorite photos. It used to have a dedicated tab that you can just tap on and it's there. But now, no, to find your favorite photo, you have to first tap on this thing, then tap on this filter, then tap on this favorites to dig out your favorite photo from all this crap. And when you find it, you need to be careful. If you're not careful and scroll slightly too much, boom, favorite photo is gone. Now it's back to the whole library and you need to go through that whole fucking process again to find your favorite photos. That's how stupid this design is. After being sweared at for almost a year, Apple finally changed this, but just slightly. It added this favorite option in its utilities tab. But that only makes this pile of shit a little bit less stinky. This stupid redesigned photo app is the representation of Apple's design language right now. It's complex, it's ugly, and it's unusable. It's also a representation of the capability of Apple's design team right now. Apple no longer have the best design team. That's a long time ago. Now, Apple's design team is mediocre at best. Through this, we can also see the whole Apple company's attitude towards its products. Apple just doesn't care about its products anymore. All it cares about now is not product, but profit. I don't care what intern designed this photo app. Totally violates all the basic Apple's design language and all the basic rules of design. And it still got approved and released. So this means from the intern who designed this stuff to his or her manager, all the way up to CEO Tim Cook, nobody gives a shit about its product anymore. This is the Apple now. Next, let's talk about wallpaper. I've been using iOS since iOS 5, and now it's iOS 18. You know what's my favorite wallpaper of all the iOS? It's this one from iOS 6. To this day, I still love the iPhone 5 with this iOS 6 home screen. It's so beautiful and it gives you this feeling, this beautiful feeling, you know. You just feel it's art and it feels good. You just want to hold it in your hand and amazed that what a piece of great art it is. This wallpaper, together with the icons, the dock, and everything else, give you this feeling. If you change the wallpaper, the feeling changes too. This feeling is user experience. It's the core of design. Steve Jobs knew this very well. That's why he is so obsessed with the details. Back in the day, the wallpapers in iOS and macOS are great, beautiful pictures that Apple's team took or bought. They put a lot of effort and emphasis into the wallpaper. Why? Because Steve Jobs knew that wallpaper actually play a big role in user experience. Now that's long gone. Since iPhone 12, the wallpaper of iOS changed into these boring colored shapes. It's boring, it has no design, and it gives you no good feeling. And for the past few years, we have been stuck with these ugly colored shapes that has no creative design in it. And even in color shapes, the wallpaper design is getting worse and worse year by year. So far, the wallpaper of iOS 18 is the ugliest that I have ever seen. This iOS 18 wallpaper not only has no creative design in it, this color combo is the ugliest color combo that I have ever seen in my entire life so far. And I'm not exaggerating. And what is this? You can swipe between styles, and what the fuck is this style? Dual tone style. This is so ugly that, oh man, I'm gonna throw up just looking at it. This is Apple's design level right now, designed by Apple in California. We have talked about iOS software. Now let's talk about some changes in iPhone itself and hardware. First, they changed the silence button to this action button. Nowadays, Apple is like, we don't know how to design anymore, and we don't have any creative ideas. So we'll just put this into a button and let you define its function, all right? Look, we changed this button to this customizable button. It's another groundbreaking innovation. No, it's stupid and it's no innovation. Over 20 years ago, BlackBerry has already been doing this on every BlackBerry phone. You know why iPhone had this silence button that you can only switch up and down vertically? Because Steve Jobs is stupid and just want to be different. No, because you won't accidentally press on it and turns your phone into rain mode, and during an important meeting your phone ringed and you're fired. Or you're hiding from a shooter and your phone ringed and you got killed. That's why. Again, the geniuses in Apple right now, they just change for the sake of change, all right? They are just looking at the phone and think, what can we change about this? Even if it's something that's already perfect, no, they just gotta change it into shit. And the camera button, another new groundbreaking. Who actually use that button to carefully slide in and choose the functions? Most people just use the button to open the camera. That's it. First, you can only use that button where you are shooting horizontally, and you have to hold it with both of your hands. If you try to take a picture with one of your hand, no, it's no useful. If you are shooting vertically, it's almost unusable. Steve Jobs tried so hard to get rid of buttons and to replace it with this big ass screen. And now you are ditching the screen and you are replacing it with a small unusable button. And you call that innovative. Alright, we'll stop here. These are the stupid designs that iPhone have right now. All these stupid designs are rookie mistakes that any designer with the most basic design knowledge will not make. Yet, Apple's design team is making all these stupid rookie mistakes. Why? Now, let's talk about why. People. Apple's products are created by the people in Apple company. The product design sucks now because the people works in Apple sucks now. This goes in two levels, the leader of the whole company and the people in the design team. Back in Steve Jobs' era, the core of Apple is product. Steve Jobs knew that you just make great products and everything else will just fall in place. We all know that Steve Jobs could have been an asshole and too harsh on people, right? But he led the design of Apple's products. Anything that was not good enough will just not pass him. That's why Apple can make great products again and again. But in Tim Cook era, this whole value system changed. The core of Apple changed from product to profit. I bet this is what happened after Tim Cook took over. He called in all the department leaders and had this meeting. Alright folks, I was the supply chain guy. Just because now I'm CEO doesn't mean I suddenly know about design, software, hardware. No, and I won't tell you what to do. Just don't make any stupid big moves. Just give them some safe, small changes. Now, all we need to do is sit on Steve's legacy and milk the fuck out of it. And I'll be the milker. From now on, our new guideline of this company is one thing. Keep the money rolling, stock rising, and the shareholders smiling. That's it. But what if people find out we are creating shit? Well, don't worry, as long as it's some new shit, we can package it up into chocolate and put a new shiny label on it. Now we have another groundbreaking innovation and a great story to tell our shareholders and our customers. Just keep the money rolling. This is a core value shift caused by the change of leader. Now, let's talk about the change in the design team. The iconic Apple designer, the leader of Apple's design team, the spirit partner of Steve Jobs, Johnny Ive, left Apple in 2019 because he couldn't stand the culture in this company anymore. And right after he left, another several of Apple's greatest designers also left. In 2019 is the year that Apple released the iPhone 11 series. And since then, for the past 6 years, iPhone has basically stayed the same without no major innovations. This is why. Because all the greatest designers have left this company. It's that simple. Behind the scenes, it's all about the people. And now Apple's design team is already not the best in the world. It's not even first tier. It's mediocre at best. It's full of people that's just working a job instead of creating products and making innovations. They have basically no creative idea. All they do is copying and change for the sake of change. They have long lost their direction and value. They just create shit and put a new shiny label on it and put a big fat price tag on it. And people are still buying. Apple has lost its personality. It doesn't know who it is anymore. Designed by Apple used to be iconic. Now it's just ironic. This might be the downfall of Apple, and it's already happening. If you watched this far, I like you. Hit the like button. See you soon.